All right, and now to help us further dissect these numbers at this particular moment, of course, I'm joined by my colleague Jimmy Mbogo, who was at this particular reveal of the economic survey numbers for the year 2023. Good afternoon, Jimmy. What do we have from that end?
All right, a very good afternoon to you too, Noah. Yes, as you rightfully said, the numbers of Kenyans who are gainfully employed stand at 19.1 million. And of course, these figures will be breaking them down later on. But for now, I want to engage with the Director General of Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, Bwana Obudo. Thank you so much for making time to speak to KTN. Bwana DG, first things first, when you look at the data, when you look at the numbers, where are we in terms of the age of employment? We understand that so many young people do not have jobs. So what does the age demographic look like?
Well, from this economic survey report that we have released, it does not give that element of breaking of the age. Actually, that would require other studies that we undertake, because that's when we collect the information on the variable on age. But for this one, you are not able to get that kind of information. Yeah, this is majorly based on the administrative data. You would require either a census or a survey to have that is broken down, because for that every interview would take into consideration one's age. But for the administrative data, that is not a requirement.
All right, Bwana DG, last week we saw a presentation, a release rather, on the issue of CPI that indicated that inflation had gone down. Maybe because again here we are, data showing that inflation has gone down, yet the actual economy and the general feeling of the public is that nothing has really reduced. The cost of fuel is still constant. The cost of commodity prices, when you look at food prices, they are still constant. So maybe you can help us understand what metrics to use to be able to say that inflation has come down.
Now, that's a very important question, because many have been wondering about that. But it is also equally important to understand that when we talk of year-to-year inflation, then it is comparing. For example, we released the last report that the CPI report we released was for April. Now we are comparing the prices of these commodities in April last year with the prices of the same commodities in April this year. Now, if they were high in April the other year, then you would expect if they were relatively high, then you'd expect inflation not to have gone high up. And that is the essence of 7.9. I know we came from 9.5 to 2. No, in fact, there was a 9.7, 9.5, 9.3, and 9.2, then 9.0, and then that dropped to 7.9. Now that is on year to year. So for the month of March, you are comparing it with the prices of March last year. April with the prices of April last year. And so like now we are in May. If the prices were low in May last year and they are high here, the calculation will definitely show that the inflation is even very high. It might even go beyond 9.5. Yes, but the constants should be on month to month. I can't remember the exact figure, but on month to month, you'll realize that the inflation was actually high. Year to year, it was different because of what I've explained.
Bwana DG, lastly, before I let you go, there's the question of areas with sectors of the economy with the greatest potential to create employment. From the data that you have seen, what are these sectors?
Yeah, okay. One of the quickest gains that we can make, as I've mentioned before, is in the sector of agriculture, because that is what is controlling our economy. I know agriculture has been the agriculture sector has been losing some ground in terms of its size of the economy. over the years, but it is still, it remains the highest contributor. Today we are talking of 21.1. Last year we are talking of 22.4. And that has been changing like that. So now, if this sector is given proper chance and resources, then it will grow. For example, now that the government has even come up with the registration of farmers, so that it becomes easy to give fertilizers to farmers, at least to boost their production. Now, that in itself is so great to the extent that it can turn around the economy. Now, by so doing, it should be able to employ more. Now, ICT is the darling of the young, and it is an area that is also growing. It is an area that focus should be put in, and of course you've realized that one of the interests by the government is on the beta pillars is the digital economy, which means that you need to grow the economy using from the digital space, and so that is one area that definitely should be able to take care of many Kenyans, and that's where the young are, and this is the area that they would be more comfortable with. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Bonadiji, for making time for us. And of course, we'll be giving you more details soon as we look at the report comprehensively. But for now, back to you.
All right, thank you very much.